Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's January 5th of 2023, and it's about 3:30 p.m. I live about 5 miles direct, I think, uh, from a military base. It was, uh, oh, I forget the name of it all the time. A SAC base, Air Force SAC base. Uh, then it was converted uh, to a reserve. Let's see, what do they call it? Reserve base or something like that. And when that happened, uh, that really hurt the west part of Fort Worth. A lot of apartments and things were built, shopping centers. I don't think any big shopping centers, but things like that were built. And then a lot of military personnel and civilian personnel left the base, and so it's affected this area out here. Before I moved here, but uh, I think you just heard. I don't know how much you heard. I think you just heard some of the aircraft flying over because it's reserve base for Air Force, Navy, Marines, so far as fighter jets and that type of thing. Anyway, I don't know how many of you noticed. I made a video yesterday, I think it was, and was it yesterday? Yes, and about that I was going to be going to the doctor and for a checkup, and I didn't make it. um, my son said that he really did. My grown son, uh, he didn't say too much, but uh, I'd given him my bank card so he could go down to half a block to the bank and deposit some money in my account, and he lost the money and the bank card, and he didn't say anything about it. And then when I asked him, he didn't say anything. And finally, he said that he didn't have the card; that he had lost, the card and the money. And I've never had that I remember. I'm 81. I don't remember ever losing a bank card. So I think I jumped the gun too quick, and I logged in, to the bank and filled out the form that I needed a new card, that my card had been lost, and then they, online they did that right away. And then about an hour or two later, he said, "Oh, his billfold and the money and the card were in another uh, pair of pants pocket." And so now I'm waiting for the new card to come. It's going to take, they said 7 days, I think, to begin with. And then I think says today, I think. I got this in the mail today. No, I guess this was yesterday. I may have lost a day someplace. And also, I made a mistake. I couldn't figure it out, actually. And it was simple. I mean, it was like one or two lines when it said I forget how I put it, but, so I had a choice and I picked the wrong choice. If I had clicked a different one, Wells Fargo's would have automatically issued my new number, and it would have gone into their system, and I could have used the new number, and I think it would actually have gone into the places that I'm doing transactions through the bank or something like that. Anyway, I clicked the wrong thing. So now I have to actually wait until I get the card. So far there hasn't been a problem. I think there will be a problem at some point, maybe. Anyway, I had to reschedule the doctor's appointment. And it's rescheduled for this month. I forget what day. And then my heart doctor, they reschedule on their own, not because of anything to do with that, but a technician who does the scan of my implant, they didn't have one available. So they changed, they're going to use the, I got it blocked. It's right next to that lamp behind me. Is a thing that runs 24 hours a day that monitors my heart. And then 4 times a year, well, 3 times a year, but this time it's going to be 4 times a year. 3 times a year, it sends the data to the office, doctor's office. So the way it's working out, and then usually I go once a year to the cardiologist's office, and then they scan it there, and then I see the cardiologist. Well, and they're going to just do a scan 4 times instead of 3 times a year. And I will, but I'm going to see the cardiologist on whatever day. Whatever day that is. So a couple people asked if they could tell there'd been a post, and they wondered why it got deleted right away. Actually, I think it got deleted the next day, I think. I can't remember. I've got speakers coming up. Let's see. I've got speakers coming today. I've got a bunch of speakers around here, but let's see here. Well, let me go back here until I get it on the screen. Where am I going to go? Amazon. Should be delivered here. This is one of these next day delivery things. What am I looking for? Start page. Amazon. Orders. Okay. Let's see. 4:30 to 7:30. It's 3:30 right now is when it's expected. Very inexpensive. They look pretty good on the I checked a couple on I checked on YouTube. One YouTuber, he did the sound, which that doesn't work very well when a YouTube person is demonstrating sound to you from speakers or something like that, because it's going through making a. But so here they are. Now they're up. Well, I'm holding my hands up. That doesn't, they're up like this. But you can also put them together, sliding them together. and this is what you get. So you can go this route, or you can have it this route. So our neighbor has a dog, and when I hear him barking, a lot of times that means the delivery person is here. Because we're at the back of this apartment building. This is a 2-story apartment building. I can't remember that. Oh, I'm sure I mentioned it in a video a long time ago, but I went and counted actually how many apartments were here, and I did the math, figuring I don't know, I forget what I decided. 2 people in and half of them, and 3 people in the other half of the apartments. That was just an estimate on my part, and I forget how many people that came up with. And it was election time too. Not recently. This is a while back. And oh yeah, it was Obama running. I don't know if that was first or second term. And there was one Obama tag on a sticker of any kind, like a sticker or something, and on a vehicle, and there wasn't any other. I was kind of surprised. This is Texas. Although politically, the major towns, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin, and the major towns are politically Democratic. But the rural area, the space between the major cities or whatever, is, Republican territory. So, over here, let's see here. I just recently switched back to my Chrome box computer, and I've been getting for a long time. I get not enough disk space. So I hooked up one of the external devices, and I forget what size it is, but it has, it's got a lot of space on it, and it's not. I just got the message. I just got the message of not enough disk space. What surprised me, but I didn't go in there really, and maybe it's not recognizing that external drive, but I pulled out I got out of the closet, I got my old B-Link computer, and I'm going to hook it up. So this has only been running like 2 days or something. I'm just going to pull it out, put it back up there, and put the and that's running Windows 11. The B link that's going to be put on there running Windows 11, and I wasn't getting any lack of disk space or anything like that. So. What else am I doing? I think that's it. What else am I doing? I guess I know I'm always doing something, always moving something around, always trying to organize this place better. But it's hard to do. There just isn't room for all the stuff I got in here. A lot of it unnecessary stuff. I've got, I think, 7 monitors, and they're in the closet except for these 2. I've lost quite a bit of weight over the last, I'm not sure how long. I was for a long time, many years, let's see, 270, is that 270? No, wait a minute. Anyway, I'm down to 220. It's worked its way down where I'm 220, and I've been staying right at 220. People in the United States, getting cause COLA, cost of living index or whatever, are getting more money this year. And it's a sizable increase. I forget what it was, because a lot of times it's because it's supposed to be based on the cost of living. That doesn't exactly work out correctly. They have a system for figuring it out. Gas price of gasoline, and they have various things they check, and a whole bunch of things are based on that cost of living that, and unfortunately I am this Social Security, sending out Social Security and Medicare and all these different things that the government has to do and send out, I guess takes up a lot of computers and programmers and people doing things. So they don't send them out like on one day or something like that. Some people get their Social Security or Medicare or whatever it is, like on, say, on the 3rd of the month, and somebody else gets it on the 4th and what have you. And then I get my Social Security money on the fourth Wednesday of the month. So, mine varies according to, and so people right now are, they're getting a Social Security check or whatever the other checks are, they're, they'll take the Social Security, they've already got my ex-wife, she already got her increase that she's getting. Now we're divorced. She was married to me for 10 years. No, 12 years. But anyway, the way the system works, if a person is married to each other for more than 10 years, or I'm not sure, I guess it's probably 10 years or longer, and that person can then get half of what the other person gets. So she got, she got her money, and other people are getting their money. But I'll be one of the. I don't understand how that's. Doesn't seem like that would work out correct. I mean, especially if it was. I mean, if it was just if there's a few days, but about the time that I get, my check, of course it's direct deposit, but it'd be about time for her to get hers. So I don't understand how that works out. Seems like it's wrong some way. Seems like it should be done differently or something, but I don't know. Maybe they figured it out somehow. Maybe when you sign up for, Social Security or whatever, maybe they somehow, I don't know how that would work out. Let me see if, no, I won't bother you with that. I was going to check and see if that package was on the way to me. I have here in the closet, when I talk about having a lot of stuff, I have a lot of stuff. I've got a microphone stand. I mean, not something like this. Well, I've got several of those. But I've got one with a boom arm or whatever, and I could set that up. Well, let's do this. Here's the microphone. I could put it in, I'd probably poke my eye out or something. I could put it, like this close, or I could try to come down and do it that. Well, it would be in front of the, I guess I could push it over or something, but I could come through here. So I suspect that the sound is much better, when it's this close. So I'll hear this video, I'll hear the audio, and if it sounds better, which I think it will, because a few times I've done something like move, like I've had the microphone across the desk, and then and I making a video and I slide it up, and then it's closer, and then it does sound better. So that'll give me something to do today. So I do thank you for watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up, or please subscribe. I think I have about 3.5 thousand subscribers. So I'd like to get up to 4,000. And of course, if I got to 4,000, I'd like to get to 5,000. So I'm never going to, so if you can subscribe, please do so. And also maybe a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.